Father's Day is, to me, it's not just an event, not just one day, but it's really like an experience that it's different for every person who attends it.
Oh, it's a celebration. It's a time when you see the dads and the sons together with the moms just go to school, just have one whole day of fun. It's really a time to celebrate being a family at Southridge.
For me, it's the day that the Southridge boys wait for the entire school year. It's the most awaited event of the year. Yeah.
What Father's Day means to me is that I get to celebrate and do things with one of the most special people in my life, my father. It is the day I get to tell him and show him how much he means to me.
It's something I think the parents look forward to every year because
we get to spend time.
we get to spend time
with each other.
We get to see each other.
Then we see all the performances. Lumalabas yung mga totoo.
Everybody works hard to come up with something special for everybody.
And it's the only time all the families are together for one event. And it's really a collaboration.
Yeah.
Aside from celebrating fatherhood and male parenting, Father's Day is a special day to show our gratitude to dads for their essential role and involvement in their collaboration with the school and in providing their sons a feeling of security, whether physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual.
Well, Father's Day for us as students, back when I was a senior, was an opportunity to show everybody what we've been learning for the past 12 years, to show our creativity and our ideas all in one.
It starts out when you're younger as something that you go to enjoy, to really explore. As you grow older, as you get into high school and eventually junior and senior year, you're the ones organizing it, so it ends up meaning so much more to you.
It was my absolute pleasure to add the next chapter of the ongoing saga between Bluebeard and Greenheart, and to even sprinkle in some twists here and there with their storyline and Andy's.
I think when this pandemic started, there were lots of concerns whether this whole online setup would be, a burden to a lot of the students with their mental health and stuff like that. So I think as the house captains, we give them a sense of joy, or hopefully joy, but something they can put their mind off besides school, with the activities, with the games and stuff like that, and all the events. So hopefully, besides working on school, we shift their minds a bit, to be a bit free, to be competitive, to be, to have fun, essentially. Yeah. Other than winning, we want them to adapt to the school year well.
Knowing the online situation, the online setup, I think what we wanted to do most especially was to have fun and to give entertainment to the kids, so that, especially since we're not going to be seeing each other a lot, there's no face-to-face contact, we just wanted to have some entertainment through the online platforms.
Definitely trying to just set up a cohesive Father's Day, especially for this year, It took a lot of reimagining.
We had to appropriate certain events and activities so that it would be able, so that we could do it in this new online setup.
Well, I think our mindset, our general mindset this year was to keep it alive instead of bringing it to greater heights.
It was to ignite the fire again in this whole Vinta and Helm rivalry.
Since this House Cup is very new, we wanted to show that the Greenheart, Bluebeard, and all the other roles of the House Cup is a very important and inspirational role to the people, or to Southridge.
We're also leaders, and we're going to impact the school as much as we can in the position that we were given.
Legacy, I think maybe it's more on pulling this thing off despite all the challenges, and that just reflects really certain leadership types.
It was just nice to see kids asking what's gonna happen to Father's Day? Let's beat Helm this year.
Yeah.
The most difficult thing about working in this pandemic was connecting to others. Ironically, a lot of meetings had to be set, lots of crunch time. See how it worked before was just you go to the other classroom, you pull out the guy you need. Hey, we gotta work on this. Bam, it's done. Well, now it's even more exhausting because everything has to be so meticulously planned out. There's no room for error whatsoever. But of course, it's so worth it.
We just had to adapt and try to make things fun and still everything that a Southridge boy knows about Father's Day and the whole Vinton-Helm rivalry in this new online setup.
To the House Cup and everything, to have those competitions. And it's, if there's one thing I guess that makes an admiral like looking forward to a school year, would be Father's Day. And we really wanted to make that vision happen.
I'm part of this year's tech committee, leading the game development. It's quite the new experience because there wasn't a committee like this last year, and the idea of even having a game was pitched to me at late January. So you could imagine like how stressful it was to like try to develop a game within less than 2 months.
The marketing committee work this year, it's more intense as compared to previous years because now that we've shifted Father's Day into an online setup, everyone is more exposed to the marketing materials we'll post online and all that. The biggest problem we had when entering this Father's Day was how are we gonna market the whole event in this online setup? Like, not traditionally. We didn't have like posters to print. We didn't have the leverage of like the privilege of like going out to other schools and like by word of mouth.
So the biggest challenge for me and also for merch committee in general was teamwork, because with the the COVID, the pandemic, it's hard to work together, especially in an online setup. So the merch work this year is basically heavy on the kit boxes and the clothing. This year we added more merchandise since, of course, everyone's gonna stay home. They want a piece of that Father's Day, and we believe more merchandise is gonna bring that experience to the students and to the parents, and of course to anyone who wishes to go to Father's Day.
I myself also a father. Nag-aral dito yung son ko from grade 1 to grade 5. So na-experience ko yung pagiging father. Yung celebration ng Southridge ay napaka-the best, lalo na pag may mga event. Especially na nasa linya ako nung pagiging audiovisual technician. So, lahat ng request ng in-charge ng council para sa Father's Day ay pinoprovide na para sa school. And syempre, na-experience ko lahat, concert, yung mga event, yung mga float, depende sa event na nangyayari. Engagement ko dito sa Father's Day, yung mga request ng mga bata, kailangan mo i-provide, especially sa sound system. Yung mga parents na may request, pag kailangan nila ng music or kailangan may i-edit ng music, so kailangan namin i-provide yun.
Well, I always find myself returning to Southridge because returning to Southridge is like returning home. I grew up here and I was spent most of my life here, more than half of my life in Southridge, where so many familiar faces, so many places that remind me of nice memories and people who helped me grow to the person I am today. And just returning to that is like reconnecting to that nice time in my life, actually.
I always find myself returning to Southridge because it is my family. I made all these memories, friends, and all these experiences and values. It taught me everything I know today, and I wouldn't be who I am without it.
The activities I miss on Father's Day are the morning parade, where we get to show off our costumes, the dance itself, where we get to show all our hard work and preparation. And after at night, we can eat and relax with all our families and classmates.
As a teacher, I normally give my best effort together with other teachers in helping the parents or guiding my students, particularly grade 9, to prepare and give a simple yet meaningful presentation for the night parade.
I like seeing all the dads dancing.
Me also,
With the
yes.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you know that your husband is not really into dancing.
Yes.
He actually
He's forced to do it.
Forced to do it. He had no choice. He has no choice but to do it for the kids and all. So that's something I really find special during Father's Day.
The smiles of the kids, seeing their dads dancing beside them or dancing with them, it's something that I've always been saying that it's cannot be, cannot replicate. Yeah.
You'll just be amazed with the creativity of the school. And it's a time that you feel it's a community because everybody just gives their 100% effort and more just to showcase the talents of the kids. And I guess also the concerts. It's a time when dads really get to unwind and have fun with the moms.
For us, we stay we stay
all day,
all until
correct.
the concert, no? The
concert. All everything, because it's really a family day for everybody.
It's parang it's a bonding na rin for the whole batch.
Whole
for
batch,
all the parents.
and you get to meet the other parents from the other levels.
Correct.
And then the spirit, everything. Yeah.
And the kids, the boys, they really enjoy it.
Yeah, just running around, but they're having fun. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, what I enjoy most is the bonding with our co-parents, with our friends from different levels. I enjoy the food. I enjoy watching the kids and the dads, of course.
Father's Day means a lot to me because it is one of the most important events that everyone looks forward to. And for me personally, being able to organize something big and successful that not only unites the batch but the entire student body as well is one of the best feelings that I'll ever have.
Well, as an alumni, going back to Southridge always reminds me of the talent and the genius of a Southridge gentleman. It's a huge production, and I'm just in awe whenever I go back to Father's Day because it shows me that ang galing ng mga Southridge students.
This is teamwork. Teamwork is one of the more important things that has to be in a committee like this one, like programs.
Everyone's absolutely pouring all their best efforts and passions.
For me, restriction is just another opportunity for innovation.
One thing I learned this year was that the online setup is really vast. Like, you can look at it in a way that you're so limited or you can't do all the physical plans you had in mind, but you can also look at it in a way that if you think outside of the box, you can really do things that have never been done before, and that's what I'm really proud about our council.
I guess one of the main virtues that I've learned, well, not just handling Father's Day, the programs committee, but I guess with online school in general, was adaptability. Despite the circumstances that we were in right now, despite the uncertainty that we felt during the pandemic when it happened, life goes on, and we have to adapt to it.
I think perseverance was the main virtue that I think I practiced mostly this year in terms of doing Father's Day work. I think one of the other things that helps me practice this virtue is thinking about the end result. I think seeing what you've made is so much more than the challenges that you've come across. And I think that to me is just more than enough to keep going.
The fact that this was our last school year, that this is our graduating year, and with everything that the pandemic took from our batch, like bansag or having physical classes, physical Father's Day, I think the fact that we were given Father's Day, this online Father's Day by the school, we made it a point to do the best we can out of it, and when we graduate, this is what we're gonna leave for the school, and maybe future batches can look at how we adapted to situations like these.
Everything about the council, the members of the council, the parents, the alumni, the students, the teachers, they're all the ones who keep us motivated to work more and to do more. Even in this difficult setup. and also obviously you feel that sense of accomplishment and fulfillment after you complete a project, after you complete an event, and that's really fulfilling to us. And I think that's what always pushes me forward to continue this.
For this year's Father's Day, I think it was very inspirational for all of us because even if it was online setup, people were still working and very ganado about making sure that we still have a Father's Day even during the pandemic.
I think we just want to be remembered first for being the first batch to do this whole online setup, and also for doing a great job at it.
Win, 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 win. Gotta keep winning.
I think, like on the serious note, just to, don't leave your helm brother behind.
Amen.
You gotta keep them together. Whatever happens, happens. So there.
No matter how unique or how different all the Father's Days are, they all have that same purpose of bringing families together, bringing friends together every year for that one unforgettable experience.
Father's Day is of course dedicated to the fathers, but eventually it became so much more. It evolved into this commemoration of Southridge pride and skill that the batches, specifically of course the senior batch who would organize this event, that they would be able to come together and pull off something greater than any individual achievement.
So to all the families, I hope that today and the previous weeks and all the challenges really meant a lot to you, really entertained you, and I hope that it brightened up your days. And to the students, of course, keep in mind that today it's meant for your fathers. It's a special day for them. So give them a hug, tell them you love them, and make them feel special.
We made this event for, most importantly, for the families. It's just something that we wanted to give to you guys since, especially in this pandemic, the family is everyone's family is the most important thing that we have right now. And we just wanted to give something back to you guys.
Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for attending. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Keep the tradition alive. More importantly, Happy Father's Day.